This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1344, How to Let Go of 3 Fears That Are Holding You Back Every Day by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your personal narrator, reading blogs to you mostly, sometimes books, anything that I think will help you optimize your life. Happy Friday. Hope the week is wrapping up nicely for you. Today I have a post from Courtney Carver, a popular minimalism writer. Before we get to the post, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. If there's something that's interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. Visit betterhelp.com/old. That's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And there's a special offer. Optimal Living Daily listeners get 10% off the first month at betterhelp.com/OLD. For now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. How to Let Go of 3 Fears That Are Holding You Back Every Day by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. Fear isn't always a bad thing. Some fears hold us back in a positive way. For instance, if you are hiking and see a furry spider on the trail, when fear says, "Don't touch that," it's helpful. Yes, this happened to me, but fear didn't say, "Don't touch that." Fear said, "Girl, run." Same goes for venomous snakes and other potentially dangerous situations. But those aren't typically the fears we are dealing with on a daily basis. These aren't the fears that are holding us back from thriving in our own lives. Following are 3 fears that do hold us back. These fears trick us into thinking we are comfortable and safe, yet all of them ask us to compromise ourselves all day long until at some point we don't recognize ourselves anymore. Learn to let go of the ones that are in your way. Work on them one at a time with the following steps. Number 1, fear of missing out, FOMO. We are struggling with the fear of missing out on activities, information, opportunities, connection, and many other things. We struggle to keep up, to catch up, to be included, noticed, and loved, all in the name of FOMO. With FOMO, you may overcommit or be constantly checking email or social feeds. You want to be here for your life, but also stay connected with everything else. The simple truth is that you can't be everywhere. The remedy for FOMO is presence. When you are truly present, there is no regret about the past or anxiety about the future. When you are present, you notice everything and everyone around you. The big picture, the little pictures, and all the tiny details that contribute to the moments which make up the here and now, which make up your life. And that's just what happens on the outside. Your body, heart, and soul change on the inside too when you give yourself permission to be fully alive and aware. That's presence. It's not easy. It takes practice, and it's the only remedy for FOMO. Number 2, fear of disappointing others, FODO. This is the fear that makes us say yes when we want to say no. It's the fear that keeps us quiet when we disagree, and it's the fear that leaves us feeling depleted and resentful. People pleasers especially hate to disappoint others, but the truth is that other people's disappointment has very little to do with you. If someone's expectations of you don't align with your schedule, interest, or the expectations you have, they may be disappointed, but since you never set those expectations to begin with, the responsibility is not yours. Another important thing to note is that disappointment is survivable. The remedy for FODO is boundaries. One way to soften the blow and sometimes avoid disappointment altogether is to be very clear about your boundaries. With that, you may be able to shift some, not all, expectations. Businesses often have policies to let you know what to expect. People have boundaries. If a business has policies you disagree with, you may stop doing business with them. With people, it's a little different. Often boundaries are pushed or not honored, but there's always one person who can honor your boundaries. It's you. By doing that, you remind others that your boundaries matter, and you may inspire them to create their own. Number 3, fear of trusting yourself. If you're afraid or unsure about trusting yourself, it will be almost impossible to remedy FOMO or FODO because staying present is hard and creating and enforcing your own boundaries will be very challenging. I can speak to this because there were many years I didn't know how to trust myself. I looked outward for answers and often second-guessed myself. If you are running on autopilot, constantly reacting to life's demands and everything thrown your way, you may have forgotten what's best for you. I know I did. I forgot who I was, what I believed, and how to trust myself. I forgot what was best for me. I forgot my heart. Maybe you forgot yours too. The way to trust yourself is to listen to your heart. Here's how. Step 1, create a little sanctuary where you can sit quietly for 5 minutes a day. This may be as simple as taking a deep breath wherever you are, in through your nose and out through your mouth, like a really big sigh to signify the start of your practice. Or if you have a place in your home, you could place a candle, journal, pen, and blanket, or other comfort items. Do that. Step 2, put your hands on your heart. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Put it on your calendar. Try the practice in silence or with soothing music. After a few cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through the mouth, seriously let it all out, close your eyes or turn your gaze down and focus on your breath. Next, place one hand on your heart and cover your hand with the other. Feel your heart beating. Feel the warmth of your heart and your hands. Now, while continuing to breathe in and out with some intention, simply listen to your heart. For the first few weeks, just show up and listen to your heart. Then start to ask questions or write down what you hear. By showing up for this practice on a consistent basis, you'll begin to remember yourself and what matters to you. You'll learn to trust yourself. Let go of these fears so you can show all the way up for your life. These fears aren't protecting you. They are dragging you down and holding you back. Letting go of these fears will take time and practice. Start by noticing the fears as they come up. Respond to the fear of missing out with presence. Respond to the fear of disappointing others by creating boundaries, and respond to the fear of trusting yourself by putting your hands on your heart. You just listened to the post titled, How to Let Go of 3 Fears That Are Holding You Back Every Day by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. And this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You can start communicating with your own licensed professional therapist in under 24 hours, and it's available worldwide. Therapy can improve your life in many different ways. If something is interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, we've heard it here on this show a bunch of times how much therapy can help. And with BetterHelp, you get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable and awkward wait room. BetterHelp is not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional counseling done securely online. It's more affordable than traditional therapy, and financial aid is available. Visit betterhelp.com/old, that's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And there's a special offer. Optimal Living Daily listeners get 10% off the first month at betterhelp.com/OLD. I'll leave it there for today. Have a happy Friday if you're listening in real time, and I'll be back over the weekend where your optimal life awaits.